It was more of an accumulation of years filled with absence, that perhaps black and white were simply the colors of grief. The rising sun had painted the sky pink by the time I passed the sign for Indian Mound, the first seeds of panic making my heart beat faster. I glanced over at my purse, where I kept my pills, wondering whether I could swallow them dry again as I'd been doing for most of the trip. My throat felt sore, and my hands shook. I'm almost home. I turned my gaze toward the dim light outside that seemed to swallow my car as I passed through it, and pressed my foot harder on the accelerator. I slowed down, trying to avoid the increasing amount of debris tossed across the road, the tree limbs, leaves, and roof shingles that seemed to have been scattered by the hand of a careless child. I caught up to an old, faded red pickup truck as it slowed down at the bright flashing red and blue lights of a police car stopped in front of fallen electrical lines. A large, brindled dog, his lineage as indecipherable as the vintage of the pickup truck in which he sat, stared at me with a lost expression. A police officer guided our way around the danger zone, his other hand reminding us to slow down. As soon as he disappeared from my rearview mirror, I sped up, passing the truck and maneuvering past a mailbox that stood upright in the middle of the highway, as if it were meant to be there. My tongue stuck to the roof of my mouth, and I thought of the pills again, and how easily they could take away the pit of worry that had begun to gnaw at me. I went faster, clipping a tree limb with my left front tire, and hearing a crack and a thump of the split wood hitting metal. I kept going, realizing that I was prepared to drive on the rim of a flat tire if I had to. I've been a long time gone. I turned off the highway onto a dirt road studded with puddles and rocks. The road bisected a large cotton field, the furrows drowning in standing water. I remembered this road, and had turned by instinct. It probably had a name, one we'd never used when giving directions to the odd visitor. We usually instructed visitors to turn right about 1.5 miles past the old general store, which leaned to the left and still had a Royal Crown Cola sign plastered over the doorway, even though it had been abandoned long before I was born. The store was gone now, but I still knew where to turn in the same way my hair still knew where to part, no matter how hard I tried to tell it different. But the road was the same, still narrow, with the tall white oaks, taller now, I supposed, creating a green archway above. Tommy and I used to race barefoot down this road, watching our feet churn up dust like conjured spirits. My back tires spun out, bringing me back to the present and slipping my car off the side of the road. Panicking, I gunned the engine, succeeding only in digging the wheels further in muck. Although I knew it was useless, I gunned the engine 2 more times. I stared through the windshield, down the tree-shaded road. It had taken me 9 years to come back. I figured stretching it out for a few more minutes wouldn't matter. I began to walk, my leather flats sticking to the Mississippi mud, as if reluctant to let me go again. A murder of crows sprang up out of the trees, cawing loudly and making my heart hammer as I tried counting them, recalling the nursery rhyme Matilda had sung to me as a child. 1 for sorrow, 2 for mirth, 3 for a wedding, 4 for a birth, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told, 8 for heaven, 9 for hell, and 10 for the devil's own self. I clenched my teeth, wishing I'd taken another pill. I glanced over my shoulder at the car, realizing too late that I'd left my purse. I'd almost decided to go back when a flurry of wings made me look up. 7 black crows, their inky black wings seeming wet in the light of the sun, swirled and dipped over me, cawing and cackling, then took off again across the field. My throat stung as I walked faster, feeling lightheaded as I tried to recall the last time I'd eaten. And then the trees by the side of the road fell away, and I stopped in a large clearing with a wide paved drive edged with centuries-old oak trees. The old yellow house of indeterminate